Good afternoon, HQ-canuts, all 100,000 of you. Why aren't you busy working? Because you've got something much better to do, playing HQ Trivia with us, flexing your mental muscles and maybe making moolah. This could be the most profitable coffee break of the day, and we're very glad you're with us. My name is Beric, Eric with a B, your Tuesday tutor, helping you to traverse this tricky trivia trail. It'll be ticklish, it'll be taxing, but try to remember, when the going gets tough, the tough use an extra life. The rules are simple. I'll ask you 12 questions, ranging from easy to hard. You'll have 10 seconds to tap the answer. Answer correctly and you move on. Answer all 12 correctly and you win or split today's prize money. The prize today is £550 as usual. For you to win, if 4 people win, you split it 4 ways. If 1 person wins, you get the lot. If no one wins, the money will roll over into the next game. Now, let's begin the show that gives you dough for what you know. Get your tapping fingers ready. Here comes Q1. Before broadband, which of these was a common way to access the internet? Dial-up, crack-up, cheer-up. Was there such a time before broadband, lost in the mists of history? It provided the glitchy soundtrack to the 90s, but what was it called? More snailing the web than surfing it. It's dial-up. Dial-up was the correct answer, and 104,202 of you got that right. Almost all of you. Well done. Plugging into the same socket, dial-up users could either use their phone or use the internet, but not both together. Ha! Different times. Question 2. Which animals famously accompanied Hannibal across the Alps? Seals, elephants, kittens. This is not an A-team question. Think about it. None of them scream mountain dweller, but which one was dragged along anyway? Leaving the itty-bitty kitty committee at home, he travelled with elephants. Elephants was the answer we were looking for. 84,369 of you got that right. Sadly, many animals were harmed in the making of that journey, let alone the battle at the end of it. Well, I didn't do any shout-outs yesterday, so here's a few to make up. Hello to Matthew from Strathaven and Ryan from Cheltenham. Happy belated birthday to both of you. Hello to Anthony from New York City. Thank you for playing all the way over there. Justin O'Day, Bitey McChomp, a.k.a. Maya. Hello to you. Beth, Amy, Emily in the library, David and Gail, Toby from Devises, Roger Solicitor's crew, Ant, because he missed a game when the fire alarm went off, and Josh and Conrad, the legends. Let's move on now to Q3. Empty nest syndrome is a condition parents feel when their children do what for the first time? Their own laundry, watch Countryfile, leave home. Quite a tricky question, this one. Well, you get it right. Their first episode of Countryfile is a special moment, yes, but we're looking for something slightly bigger here. Flying off on their own, it's when they leave home. Leave home. 82,962 of you knew it. Well done. They may flutter off to university, but they'll be back, asking you to do their laundry for them. Don't you worry. And don't forget, if you are bored of the chat, just swipe it away. Okay. Q4. How many 5-pointed stars are there on the official flag of the European Union? 12, 28, 6. Bit of a counting question, bit of memory, bit of politics. It's got it all. Well, it's hard to make them out from all the way over here, but there's definitely more than 6. A dozen dazzlers, it's 12. 12 stars on the EU flag. Ooh, we lost a few of you there. 44,500 of you still left. Well done. The US stars may represent the 52 states, but the EU ones stand for the 12 ideals of unity and harmony among the people of Europe. Okay, Q5. In which of these movies do the main characters place a disastrous bet on a dog called Greased Lightning? Some Like It Hot, Grease, Rocky. Always a tricky question for our trivia buffs who love film. Here it is. It's the most famous song in Grease, but that Greased Lightning was a car. The doggy doppelganger also ran in Some Like It Hot. Some like it hot. Ooh, 21,000 of you, 159. Not quite savage, but not very friendly either. They may have liked it hot, but it was a chilly walk home after they lost everything, including their jackets. Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, Marilyn Monroe. Great movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. But let's change it up a bit and go on to Q6. Someone who is xanthodontous would have which of the following conditions? Receding gums, bad breath, yellow teeth. Xanthodontous. Sounds like a dinosaur, but I'm talking about a condition here. Well, a fancy name for a common dental problem. More painful on the eyes than the nose, it's yellow teeth. Yellow teeth. Ooh, just 7,470 got you there. We lost nearly 2/3 of you. It may sound like double Dutch, but xantho is simply the Greek word for yellow-coloured. Okay, 7,470 of you still with us. Here's an interesting one. Q7. Which of these university colleges has no undergraduates as students? Newnham, Murray Edwards, All Souls. Which is it? I did all right in my BTEC, but you need an Oxford degree to even apply to this one. The picky uni with the ironic name, it's All Souls. All Souls. Just 2,800 of you left. We keep having these questions that aren't quite savage, but are getting rid of swathes of you. Oh my goodness. I may stand even less of a chance of getting into the others, though, as Newnham and Murray Edwards are both female-only colleges. Here comes Q8. The theory of bird migration was proved when an African bird was found in 1822 in which country? Norway, Germany, Scotland. Which is it? For a birdie. Well, for centuries, Europeans wondered where birds went in the winter. Getting its Google on, in the 19th century, it was Germany. Germany? How many of you knew that? Ooh, just 500 of you. I think that counts as a savage question. Yes, una pregunta salvaje. That was savage. Well done if you're still in the game. A German hunter shot down a stork only to find an 80-centimetre long African spear already stuck in it. There you go. 500 playing. Here comes Q9. Which R&B and funk band of the 1970s were added to the writing credits of a 2015 UK chart topper? Earth, Wind and Fire, The Gap Band, Sly and the Family Stone. You've got to combine your music trivia knowledge here with a bit of copyright information. There's been a lot of these cases lately, but which one is this? Uptown Funk may sound like most songs in the universe, but it was determined to sound too much like Oops Upside Your Head by The Gap Band. That was the answer I wanted, The Gap Band. Ooh, just 53 of you left. Another savage question. Absolutely savage. Pregunta salvaje again. What is happening today? It's getting very exciting. After a pre-court settlement, the 5 writers of Oops Upside the Head were granted a 17% share of those Uptown Funk royalties. 53 of you still with us, my goodness. Okay, here we go. Q10. Whose primitive metal detector failed when it was confused by the coils of a patient's bed? James Watt, Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Graham Bell. Can you detect the answer? 3 electrical aficionados, but whose invention got its wires in a twist over some bed springs? Always on call, it was Alexander Graham Bell. That was the answer, Alexander Graham Bell. 41 of you got that right. Well done. Well done. Unable to be saved by the bell, US President James Garfield, who'd been hit by a bullet, sadly died of septic poisoning a few days later. Okay, last 2. Here we go with Q11. Who is the last active professional footballer in the world to have featured in the video game FIFA 96? Gianluigi Buffon, Kazuyoshi Miura, Francesco Totti. You've got to combine your gaming knowledge with your sports knowledge for this one. It's heralded as a classic, but which of its stars is still kicking about? Buffon is still playing, but he didn't appear in FIFA 96. Still playing in Japan, at the age of 50, it's Kazuyoshi Miura. Ooh, how many of you got that right? 15 of you got that right. 15 still in the game. Dust off your lucky boots now, because we're lining up for the final round. Wow, 100,000 of you started. Just 15 left now. £550 on the table. Will this afternoon be your afternoon? Here we go with the last question. Q12. Which island nation first brought the issue of climate change to the UN in the late 80s? Madagascar, Malta, Maldives. An immense issue. 3 M's in the clues here. Which is it? Madagascar may have a movie named after it, but it didn't make the first move here. The Maldives were busy dealing with a military coup at the time. The bite-sized nation bringing the big issue to the global table, it's Malta for the win. Malta it was, and 2 of you are splitting today's prize. Well done. Winners! Wow, you are my heroes of the afternoon. Amazingly good work, folks. Well done to Sorchai 46, UK Soccer 24. That is amazing. You are both taking home £275. 2 winners. Fantastic result. Fantastic amount of money. It is not easy getting 12 questions right in a row with no mistakes. You two smashed it. You brought it home, and now you're bringing home £275. That was a beautiful game. Well done to both of you winners. I hope that made your afternoon the way you both made ours. My name is Beric Livingstone, and I was very happy to be your host. Commiserations if you lost, but there's always another game and another chance to win. We hope you'll join us next time for the chance to crown some more HQ champions. We're back this evening at 9 p.m. playing for another fabulous £550. Until then, stay well and have a great afternoon.